With duos being confirmed as the main competitive game mode for the rest of 2024, we have to ask the question, which game mode is superior, duos or trios? And I personally think trios is, and in today's video I will be telling you why. The main competitive game mode has been switching between duos and trios for over 4 years. The past 2 years have been duos, so Epic Games clearly thinks duos is better. I think they're wrong. There are many things that make trios better for the players, viewers, and Epic Games. These reasons are why it should be switched back to trios so competitive can thrive for years to come. My first reason is that watching trios tournaments is a lot more entertaining than duos. I was watching back Grand Royale, which was trios, and it was so much more entertaining than the current duo FNCS games. The pure intensity of watching a full trio trying to navigate a stacked endgame is so exciting. Also, early and mid-game fights are so much more fun to watch since there are more chances to play more strategically compared to duos. This leads me on to my next point, which is that trios makes more strategic plays possible. Let's say there are two trios fighting. One of the trios could decide to send one of their teammates to sneak around and kill the other team from behind. This is impossible in duos because fighting a 2v1 is almost impossible to do while you wait for your teammate to sneak behind, while a 3v2 is a lot easier to hold while you wait. It is also a lot easier to keep track of players in a 2v2 versus a 3v3. My next point is that trios makes clutches a lot easier. It is so much easier to clutch a 2v3 than a 1v2. And even if you can't fight them off but you are able to get away, you still have a chance in endgame with 2 players left. Watching a team clutch up is one of the most exciting things to watch, and if you're the one clutching, it is very motivating. Since clutching is easier in trios, it adds to the excitement. Those are some of the reasons why it's good for the viewers and players, but what's in it for Epic? Trios is a lot better for bringing casuals into competitive. This is good for Epic Games, since the more people playing Fortnite, especially those who are more competitive about it, the more people will be buying V-Bucks, making Epic more money. The reason why more casuals will play these tournaments over duos is that playing with the boys is a lot more fun than playing with the boy. I always have a lot more fun when I play trios or squads with my friends compared to duos with just one friend. Casuals will have a lot more fun in trios tournaments, leading them to continue to compete. The next reason why I think trios is better is that it lets more interesting team combinations be made. In duos, you need to get 2 players who have a pretty balanced skill set, but in trios, you could get the player with the best mechanics, the player with the best aim, and the player with the best game sense. This would result in a team that could easily dominate FNCS. You could also get the 2 best fighters, Peterbot and Pollo, and Fly Tayson, the best IGL, over to Texas, and then you have possibly the most dominant team in Fortnite history. Peterbot and Pollo are already dominating NA in duos, so adding a crazy IGL would make them go insane, just like how it would be insane if you subscribed. Trios also lets top pros take in underrated goats like when Booga and Miro picked up Muzz and ended up winning FNCS. Although this did happen in duos with Cooper and Miro, most pros aren't willing to risk duoing with an unknown player. My next point is that trios rewards teams with good chemistry more than duos. In duos, as long as you and your duo can somewhat get along, you'll figure it out and be able to do well, while in trios it is a lot more important that everyone gets along and the vibes are good. To play well as a trio, you need to be all connected like a family, but in duos it's a lot less important. My last point is that trios increase the importance of each role in the team, especially the IGL. In duos, you can throw any 2 good players together and they will do pretty well, no matter what their role is. You can see this in Peterbot and Pollo's domination of North America, even though they're both fraggers. Even though they're both fraggers, they can still dominate since they can co-IGL with the skills they've learned. In trios, it's almost impossible to co-IGL since it would be very difficult to understand anything when there are 3 people talking over each other. Because of this, you all need to have everyone following their roles of IGL, fragger, and turbo. The increased importance of the IGL role makes the game more skilled for the higher tier players since anyone can get crazy mechs, but game sense is a lot harder to learn. I personally think trios is better, but let me know down in the comments if you think something else. Now click this video here if you want to see how this unknown duo qualified to FNCS Grand Finals.